Workouts. Tanya TKO here. Listen, we getting ready to watch Derrick Jaxn live together.
That I really, from that point, was like set free. I say set free, but it's really set free for myself. And it's
Let's
about talking
see.
about dying to yourself and things of that nature. And some people think this is new. I've been now saved a little over a year, but we're not going to go into that. And the reason why I wanted to get on here is because I know there's so much glory to God that can be given by anybody else. Maybe it's not infidelity. Maybe it is just having a sharp tongue. Maybe it is needing to heal. Whatever it is, man, personally experiencing that power and that grace over you before things blow up. Again, there's no, oh, she knows this, she knows that. Before, I think you had some idea of it beforehand, but before I know that she knows anything about anything, that's what I experienced. That finally brought all of this, oh, I want to do this right, I want to do that, into alignment with my actions. So it was later on that I came forward, I confessed, because I can't be repentant without being totally honest. But that's why I'm doing it, because it's important that for anybody, now my experience is, for anybody that's trying to turn that page, you smart, you know this, that, and the other. Well, without God, without deliverance, without
Is
God,
she
I'm
wearing a
not saying that
bonnet?
I was just strictly being dictated by something else. My decision is my decision, but without God, you're gonna fail. I failed anyway, without God. So that's why I wanted to do. That's why I was like, man, this is a great idea when you said let's do the live. Um,
Has she
People don't have
spoken
to
yet?
agree. I get it. The trolls are here. The bloodthirsties are here. People don't have to agree. There's somebody out there that needed to see me not perfect.
Yeah.
There's somebody that needed to see Derrick not high up this perfect pedestal. And I don't know why I ever got there, but I'll take the blame. Somebody needed to see that. And somebody needed to hear, not just from me, but from you. And, they always want to find a way to invalidate you if you're not saying what they want you to say. Oh, you blink if you need help. You getting forced to do this.
I am not a slave to anybody, including you.
You just protecting the brand. You just trying to save face.
Listen, when I left a mansion and everything in it to sleep on a couch, and I didn't look back and care. And when you came, I left. So none of that matters. I'm not going to be a slave to you or anybody.
I know that. Do you come off soft spoken, but they don't know your true strength, and they will know. But
you'll know.
nonetheless, man, us
Is
being able to
what
now
the?
talk about this like this, because I'm talking about what 7-8 months ago, we couldn't even have this much space. You wouldn't even fit us
I
on
wouldn't
the
even
same
allow
screen.
him to touch me. So no.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, God can work some miracles. I'm not sitting here just saying it's all God because in order for God to do anything through you, you have to co-labor. Okay. So it came from a lot of conscious decisions of Derrick to let go of pride that Derrick knows best when it comes to shaping human behavior. Derrick is a teacher. Derrick will get it together. No, Derrick had to let go of pride and now let some accountability partners come in. Without her saying do this and do that, Derrick had to take it upon himself. And then God co-labors with us in order to produce fruit from that. Mm-hmm. So it's not so much about let's make it completely clear, at least from my perspective. We're not trying to prove nothing, convince nothing, explain. It's much more about, okay, this situation is what it is and it's so public. Let's give God glory.
Yeah. All glory, honor, and power belongs to him. So
because all I'd ever known is, especially even in a marriage, is if things ain't going well, you might as well throw it away.
Yeah.
You might as well throw it away, let it go. It's pointless to continue. He gonna be who he is. She gonna be who she is. Y'all gonna never, be able to rebound, get somebody new.
Right. But what they're missing from it is that God is the only one who can change a person. That person has to be open to it, but God can change a person. It doesn't matter what it is that they were doing. It's called transforming in the renewing of the mind. Once you accept him and you start to pursue him and you're getting that word in you, there is going to be a change, and that change is going to be sustained by him, because when we try to do that change on our own, we fail, we go back. I think you experienced some of that in the time. But when you have God and you are pursuing him and he makes that change in you, then it is sustained in him. It's by his strength, his power, his might, and with his renewing and the transformation of the mind for it to be sustained, for you to continue to stay away from those things and for your eyes to be open to why these things were a detriment to you and everybody around you. Right. So we have to understand that we are living here in the world, but we are not of the world.
Come on
We
now.
are walking in the flesh, but we do not war after the flesh. So what it used to look like, we don't do anymore. And what we are doing now is giving all glory and honor to God and how he wants it to be done.
Right.
And so that change comes from him. Anybody can be changed if you're open to it, if you accept him as your Lord and Savior, and as you continue your pursuit in him, you will be changed. There, it's called transformation. Okay. And that is where we're at now. There's been a transformation. There's been a renewing of the mind. There's been scales taken out from the eyes to understand why these different things became an issue, why boundaries are important, why these open doors continue to stay open until there was a decision made. And so that's where we are.
Okay. Well, I think that is plenty. Marley probably hungry right now.
Yeah.
But all right, yeah, we didn't want to come and just do a Q&A or anything like that. I know somebody said, you don't have to explain to these people. I totally understand that. Good, bad,
Somebody
or ugly.
need
I
to
don't have
explain
anybody
why
to
she's wearing a
explain to.
bonnet in
It's
this
not about
live if
proving
they
anything.
plan this. That's what
This
somebody
is-
need to
this is an
explain to
opportunity,
me.
First off, for her to minister based on what she's gone through. 'cause I
She's
think a lot of women have.
ministering
And this
in
is
a
my
bonnet?
opportunity to,
Or is that a
I guess,
beret?
really kind of reflect
I
God's
can't.
glory. And call it what you will. Leave God out of it. No, I'm not leaving God out of.
Without him, we would
Like,
not be here.
straight
Without
up.
him, I would still be where I was at,
Straight up.
and he would be doing whatever he was doing. So
And let me be clear, it's not even about infidelity. Infidelity didn't run my life. Man, I'm sitting there getting high. I'm getting drunk. I'm still suffering from anxiety and depression. I'm good at mindfulness techniques, meditation, and the whole nine. Anything that somebody could tell you. There was so much internal torment. Not just Derrick's out here being a bad guy. Never abused her. Don't be cussing at her or nothing like that. But Derrick was so internally deficient. So internally deficient. And all of that was restored in terms of what needed to be.
Wait, I'm sorry. I had to pause this live for a moment. So your guru was out here getting high and drunk and then coming onto the camera to teach you all? I can't. What the F? I can't. Let me keep going. Go on.
There in place of that deficiency by God. Now, why is it now I'm on God? Now I'm on God. If you look at my Twitter, you'll see me talking about this since the day I got saved. If you look at Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other book, you'll see that I wrote the entire book.
We're going to be looking at the book?
Based on what we were doing, based on what was working and bearing fruit. And it's a biblically based roadmap to how we were getting what God was doing in our lives, how we were getting really to this point.
I can't.
In terms of a husband meeting your needs, I mean, think beyond me. Whatever your needs are of a husband, where am I at in relation to that?
Let's see her face.
You can be totally brutally honest too. I'm still whatever.
Apparently she is honest. She wearing her bonnet. She don't give a damn.
You are meeting them now. You were not meeting them before.
She still don't look satisfied.
In certain areas, it's still a process, right? Because we're still going through a process. This is something that is not overnight, something that we have to work in.
Hold on. I'm sorry. She still look angry to me. Does she look happy to you? Just what the HE hockey sticks is going on here? She seems like she got a lot of vitriol, animosity, but she got that big old ring.
Through some things that I needed, you were never able to execute on. We were starting from zero. And so there is growth happening there. Mm-hmm. And I am satisfied. I am full. And before I was empty. And so I would say that you are adequately at this point meeting my needs in every capacity, security being one of the biggest ones. I need security to be in here. Being someone who follows and knows Christ for yourself. Without me, without my interjection in that was a big one. I did not want to be with anybody who or you included, if you did not have a relationship with God, I was not going to come back unless you had a relationship with God and you were continuing your pursuit without me. If I decided.
So she said she wasn't going to come back unless he had a relationship with God. And now here he is. And now here he is talking about the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. All right, listen. Let's continue. I don't know what the F is going on.
I was still not going to come, that would be something. So if I was wherever I went. So those are some things. And so right now I'm full, I'm whole. And I'm good where I'm at right now. I think of course, it's still a working process.
Yeah.
In areas, it's not finished and finite, but we are in the process. We understand things that were a hindrance before, and we have the guidance that we need from the spiritual aspect and the natural world aspect as well.
Planning her exit, she looked like she checked out. She's in this broadcast with a bonnet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a work in progress. And I think I don't think anybody's just finished. I think even once you think you've finished, by that time you probably have grown into a different version of yourself.
Yeah,
definitely. We'll continue this another time. If you guys got something out of this, please let us know.
No, we didn't. But don't go.
With everything included, flaws, scars, and all. I think you guys probably know like 2% of the whole thing.
2%?
And maybe we're always going to have a level of discretion about how we bring
gigantic
people in.
boondoggle is only
2%. On every good, bad, and ugly. There's 3-stranded cord for a reason. You, your partner, and God for a reason. Right. Everybody, just like you have some commenters and they want to be able to give their thoughts and opinions.
Yes, I'm commenting and giving my thoughts. Bring
everybody into every detail.
Yes.
But I think if this is something that can give God glory,
this is giving God glory.
In the restoration of other relationships that have potential to be brought back to people that are really open to doing things God's way.
Right.
Maybe this is something that we can do again in the future.
Yeah,
would you be open to it?
Yeah, definitely. And you definitely will be seeing more of me. I'm sure I'll jump on some more lives and all these things. And again, like you said, everybody is not going to accept what we're saying. They're going to say all these things, but let those who have an ear, let them hear. And let the healing that comes from our situation be a testament of how God can resurrect something from the dead in real life. He can resurrect a marriage from the dead. He can resurrect a person from the dead. So let that be a testament to that. So I just end with this. Let those who have an ear, let them hear. And for those who don't, continue to pray for you.
You don't need to pray for me
on your lives.
No, because I don't have an ear for this mess.
Y'all be good. I'll let y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
Do we have an ear for this mess and an eye for that beret or that bonnet? So it's over. That was that. I don't even know what to doggone say. Listen. I don't know what the F is going on here. So she, God have mercy on me. So she said, according to, I wish I had caught it from the beginning. You know what? Let's see if we could, before he hides it, because you know he's going to put it on private. Let's go watch it back from the beginning, because we missed the first, however long it was, because I was on another broadcast. Let's get this back up on here, because you remember he hid the last one from last night. So let's try to scroll this back and see if we could see the beginning of this. Oh, God, come on. All right, here we go. Let's play it from the beginning. Come on, my earpiece is falling. Come on. Come on, let's see.
And for years, I've been coming down on the hammer with people, play no games, take no prisoners when it comes to certain things. And let me tell you something, for everybody listening out there, man, you can believe in something so fervently that it develops a sense of pride. And pride comes before the fall. And whenever you have pride and you're in a space that God has allowed you to be, he's called you to be, but you're not doing it the right way, God will humble you. YouTube is now on here too.
Hi, YouTube. How y'all doing?
God will humble you. So a lot of people were asking, like, you know,
she looked like she'd been crying.
No videos? You're going weeks, you're going months without posting and anything like that. 2020, for some people, it was a pandemic, but for me, it was my lowest year because it was like a reckoning with getting so far into this path that God really has called me to be, but not doing it in God's way. And I almost lost, I really did lose my family. I lost my wife. I lost my children.
You lost them.
It was really what I needed, though, because I mean, I believe in this, I believe in that, but it's just like, okay, D, well, if that's not translating into action in that regard, you need to, one, prioritize that, and two, you need to change your tone whenever you're talking, because you're a product of grace to even be this far in what you're doing for years or whatever, of doing it kind of according to your own standard. You're a product of grace, so you don't have room. This is how I got checked. Okay, when it came to my relationship with God, she was already gone. She was already done. She was already, she wiped her hands with me, man. And I can't control that. I can't tell her she's obligated. But for me and God, it was, Derrick, you have to get in alignment. My purpose is bigger than the two of y'all. My purpose, I gave you a purpose and I gave you gifts. So with that, here we are. But a lot of people, I think the timing is just off. So many people are sharing probably the hurt that you felt at one point.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of hurt that I had felt. I mean, we're talking about, we've known each other since we were 19. And all the years of doing it wrong, breaking up, getting back together, and all these things that were never healed from. So we talk about getting into a marriage, never healed from these things, and not having boundaries in place. So a combination of all these things, of course, leads to hurt. But with that, we have to understand as a people that these things lead to bitter roots. They lead to hurt. They spill over into other aspects and areas of our lives. And before we know it, we're drowning. We're never happy. We're never satisfied. So for him, that looked a certain way. For me, it looked a certain way. But with that, there is hurt. So was I hurt? Absolutely. There was a time that I was hurt. There was a time where I was fed up. I mean, everything that you could think of, I did. I yelled at him. I cussed at him. I called him out of his name. I left these things, and none of that was helpful. None of that was helpful, and it was hurtful. It caused more hurt, more pain, and more damage.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
And no, I don't want to cut you off. But I think in that time, even though I can appreciate you taking accountability for that and saying it wasn't helpful, I think it was justified to feel what you felt and express it in whatever way it came to you.
Definitely. I mean, you're talking about other women, being with you.
Right.
Wait a minute.
You're talking about that. You're talking.
Hold up a minute. Wait, hold on a doggone minute. Hold on. Let's talk for a second. All right. Remember, Derrick came out and said, "Oh, look, it's been so long since I've cursed in a video because I've given my life to God." He said that he doesn't even say Team Jaxn what's happening anymore because his platform is no longer his. His platform is the Lord's. Now his wife is coming out. She looked like a chef with this thing on her head. I don't know what the hell is going on, but she looked like you ever seen those chefs when they wear the black coat with the double button breasted thing and they got the black hat on to match the black thing? I think they do that for especially those of you who are chefs out there. Let me know, when do chefs wear the black? Because this woman is coming out like she looking like a chef, like she ready to chef up some stuff, cut up his ass, and then she starts slipping into curse words. You heard that? You're talking about other women. Fucking you, nigga. I could see her beating his. Well, at least trying. She looks very much smaller than him, but I could see her trying to go upside his head. She still looks very angry. Let me rewind this for you all again so that you can hear that curse word that just tried to slip out.
It was totally, I think it was justified to feel what you felt and express it in
Oh,
whatever way it came to you.
Definitely. I mean, you're talking about other women. Fuck.
Hold
women.
on. My internet is lagging. We got to rewind that again because Churchiana.
I got
Being
you.
with you.
Right.
Churchiana
Right.
just let the F-bomb slip. This is what I'm saying. They did not plan this. Oh my goodness. What is going on? I feel like we've lost the broadcast. Okay, hold on. Is it going to play? Because remember the last one he put on private. Okay.
Know it, we're drowning. We're never happy. We're never satisfied. So for
I don't even remember what.
I think the timing is just off. So many people are sharing probably the hurt that you felt at one point.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of hurt that I had.
I need to scroll it up so that we could see.
Felt on me.
All right, here we go.
We've known each other since we were 19. And all the years of doing it wrong, breaking up, getting back together, and all these things that were never healed from. So we talk about getting into a marriage, never healed from these things, and not having boundaries in place. So a combination of all these things, of course, leads to hurt. But with that, we have to understand as a people that these things lead to bitter roots. They lead to hurt. They spill over into other aspects and areas of our lives. And before we know it, we're drowning. We're never happy. We're never satisfied. So for him, that looked a certain way. For me, it looked a certain way. But with that, there is hurt. So was I hurt? Absolutely. There's a time that I was hurt. There's a time where I was fed up. I mean, everything that you could think of, I did. I yelled at him. I cussed at him. I called him out of his name. I left these things, and none of that was helpful. None of that was helpful, and it was hurtful. It caused more hurt, more pain, and more damage.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
And no, I don't want to.
Can I say something?
But I think in that time, even though I can appreciate you taking accountability for that and saying it wasn't helpful, I think it was justified to feel what you felt.
Here the F-bomb is about to come.
Definitely. I mean, you're talking about other women. Other women. Being with you. Right. Excuse my language, guys.
Right.
You're talking about that. You're talking about things that I have seen, pictures, videos that I had seen well before anything was ever leaked to the public. I have seen things, and yes, I acted on that anger. So this is not something that I just escaped from or didn't feel any type of way. Where I'm at now is only by the grace of God for delivering me from the hurt and the pain that came along with this behavior. And none of it is justifiable. There's no reason why any of this should have ever happened, not even in the marriage or before marriage. So that's where I'm at now. I actually have true peace, and that peace comes from God. The source and the source of my strength comes from God, not him, not what he does on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. It doesn't come from that. It comes from God. And with that, I am living in victory. I am walking in victory. I am healed. I am whole. And I know who I am. And so you guys will definitely be seeing more of me as we continue on in this journey.
Well, let me ask you a question. And I want you to, of course, continue being honest as you've already been. Where are you at now in terms of that, in terms of the hurt?
Hold on. Somebody said, I'm kicking her while she's down. Apparently, she's up. She got a popping chef career. Don't you see her with All right, let me go. Let me continue. All right.
In terms of the pain, the healing, since I came forward with everything, where does that put you right now? Like, why haven't you just left?
She did leave.
Everything that I did and what you saw and how bad it was. Why didn't you leave, and where are you at right now?
Well, again, I say, I did leave because I was like, listen, the next time you cheat on me is going to be the last. And when I found out about it, I left.
Hold on. Did you all hear that? The next time that you cheat on me is going to be the last. Did you all hear that? Wow. So basically, he cheated on her multiple times and she stayed. And then it's only when she left and took the kids and all of this that now he's out here talking about he's given his life. Wow. I think he said she left on the 1st. He gave his life to the Lord on the 4th. So 3 days later. This is unbelievable, but he didn't stop when she confronted him the first few times. Oh, gosh.
Again, I packed up everything that I could fit in my car and I left. And I didn't turn back. I didn't hesitate. When you came, I sent you back home by yourself. And I told you, listen, do what you need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do. So why didn't I leave? Well, I actually did leave. And I stayed gone for almost all of last year.
And filed for divorce.
And I filed for divorce, actually. I did file for divorce. I had the best of the best, whatever, but I filed for divorce. I said, I'm not coming back. I told you before we got married, the next time you do it, I'm going to leave. And that's what I did. I left and I stayed gone. And the only reason I even entertained coming back and then now am back full-fledged is because there was an actual shift in your mentality and how you just dealt with me, you actually eliminating people from your life, cutting off these connections with these people.
I'm sorry.
And that is something that
this is some BS right here. Eliminating these people from your life. These people, women, who are people? People is plural, and people does not denote women. This is unbelievable. I don't know what is going on. Let's watch that again.
There was an actual shift in your mentality and how you just dealt with me, you actually eliminating people from your life, cutting off these connections with these people. And that is something that you've never done, you never hinted at. There's even with all the trying again, breaking up, getting back together, what all of it, you have never done that, not one time. And then also your pursuit of God and your continued pursuit with or without me, because I was gone, I was out of your life, it was over. So
I remember.
So that's where I'm at right now. I have peace about it. I know that there's an actual sustained change, and that sustained change is not contingent on anything that I said that I wanted that you could do for me or anything. That had to do with you and God and your personal relationship and you changing for him and what he called you to be and what he wanted you to be. And with that, I have the security and the peace that I needed to continue to move forward. Plus, we still have our council that we go to. You go to on your own still. It's not something that has stopped just because I came back. And again, we got back in the same space of like being in the same space in October. So this was not overnight process. This was a long haul process where I said, no, I'm not coming back. I left, packed it and left. So
where are you now in terms of like, okay, if somebody was to ask you how the last, I don't know, couple of months of, 1 second, Marley, I'm coming. I'm about to go get her. Okay. I'll go. Actually, I'll let you answer why I'll go. But in terms of the last 6 months, or since we've been back in one space, how would you describe the marriage compared to what it was before, compared to the relationship, even before the marriage and all that other? Because we've been off and on, by the way, for 12 years, but we were off and on the first
wow.
Night, and then we got back together and later in 2016. Mm-hmm. But the marriage, the new marriage,
off and on for 12 years? Oh my gosh. That's the whole marriage.
To the old marriage or relationship.
No, that's the whole relationship.
How would you describe that? I'm gonna go get her.
How I would describe it. So, hey guys, I'm here while he's gonna go check
we
on
see you, honey.
I would describe the new marriage as completely new. The old marriage was built on a lack of boundaries, engagement. There were certain mentalities that he had that I could not stand. But I did in that time try and to accept it, but it just ended up to nothing. So those things have changed. How he thinks about him just having contact with people that he has had sex with, being friends with them still on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, unacceptable, unacceptable. And now he understands why that is an issue. And it's not something that I had to force on him. I just packed up and left. I said, enough is enough. And so with that, in this new marriage, he has completely continued staying to keeping those things eliminated, letting me have access to everything. And
I
again,
told you.
allowing me to speak for myself.
I told you. Now she has access to the social media. So you hear her, right? You hear her. All right, let's keep going forward.
Okay, so I don't need him to speak for me or any of these things. So with all of these things combined together is different. His engagement in just our personal time, our time with our family, all of these things are different. How he speaks, you guys can tell in some of the videos that he's done that he talks different. He carries himself with a different air, and all of these things have translated into the new marriage that never existed before. Boundaries, even now with boundaries with new people that are coming, we meet new people every day. We have boundaries. He has boundaries in place. There's things that he does where he lets me know, hey, such and such, this is a conversation that happened, or hey, I just met such and such and I think this is an opportunity. These type of conversations never happened in the old marriage. they never happened. He would do his own thing and I would never know about it, or he would just go and act on whatever, and then I find out about it after the fact. And so all of these things are different.
No, I mean, I didn't hear all of what you said. I was getting Marley. But okay, the whole purpose of going live. First off, I mean, whose idea was it to go live?
It was my idea. I said,
and that's how you come forward, Miss.
Okay.
Because you guys don't know me. You don't know me. You never seen me.
And this is our first introduction to you.
And I.
So hold on. Let me get this straight. So, 5 years, we've never got a chance to see you. And your introduction to us is this. And it was your idea. So you went out and you got your fancy bonnet, the wool one. I'm sorry. Some of you think I'm being hard on her. I am not. I am not being hard on her. I like I love life. Life is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Let's go forward.
I needed to be able to speak for myself. Like, I'm left the situation when it was time for me to leave. So
well, you always been one an introvert.
That's true.
Two, you always had resting, not happy face. So people take that whenever you're listening, it's like, man, she's hurt, she's damaged, she is still wounded. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree with that, but what would you say to that piece of it? The floor is yours.
I would say this.
Somebody says I don't have to make fun of her. I ain't making fun of her. What did I say about that young lady? I ain't say nothing about her and made fun of her. I am talking about a bonnet. Name one thing that I said about this young lady making fun of her. I can make fun of a bonnet if I choose to. If you don't like me making fun of a bonnet, get off of the broadcast because I still got more to say about the bonnet. I do. And if that's troubling to you because you go out there wielding your bonnet on the world, then maybe you need to just go reevaluate your choices. Let's continue. I ain't making fun of this young lady. She's been through enough, apparently. She has resting, not so happy face. Not a man can't say
By
words,
his
but she's
stripes,
cussing.
I am healed. Okay.
Mhm.
I had to do the work. I had to get with God and be honest and say, Lord, I don't deserve this. I've dealt with it for too many years. And the repetitiveness of it, the things that I've seen, guys, you don't understand the things that I've seen, the images that I've seen, the videos that I've seen did a number on me. There was a time where I was broken and I was damaged. And I am not in that place anymore because by his stripes, I am healed. And I released those things to him. He says, cast all your cares, your worries, and anxieties onto him. Okay. And that's what I did. Every aspect, every single detail, every crevice of the person, every video that I seen, every picture, all of it, I gave to God. And if I had not done that, then I would probably still be in the same place.
I gotta say it. The one you get from a secondhand shop. Raspberry beret. Oh, you know I love. I can't. I'm sorry. This is too much. Go. Mm-hmm.
And also, the biggest thing was forgiveness, right? There was a time where I was just holding on to anger, like, listen, if I see her on the street, who's going to stop me, type of thing. But I was like, you know what? I learned in my journey, I have to forgive. And forgiveness is not for the person, it's for me to be set free, to be able to move forward. And as I learned how.
So she said, if I see her on the streets, who's going to stop me? So you want to beat up another woman? I don't understand this. When you got this big hulking man right next to you, that's the one that you need to give him a blanket party in the middle of the night. If you all don't know what a blanket party is, Google it. Unbelievable. Oh.
Had to do that over time. I got more and more and more healing, and that type of healing that you need from this type of situation can only come from God. No man, no therapist, no pastor, nobody can heal from this type of pain. Only the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, can heal from this type of thing. And so when I let him in and I gave him the details, every single details, the uncomfortable detail, the rage that I had, the insecurity that I had, and all of that, that's when I got my healing, and that's where I am today. And that's how I have the peace and the healing that I have right now to be able to even speak to you. I mean, a year ago, I would even say 8 months ago, I would never get on here and say anything to anybody. I would probably be in the comment sections with y'all. I mean, there was a time where I would I would be in the comment sections with y'all, like, So that all comes to.
This woman was trolling this nigga. This woman was trolling him. This woman said she was in the comment section with us, heckling this man. I'm going to read the Cash Apps in just a second. As soon as we finish with this boondoggle. As soon as we finish with this, come on, let's keep going. But she was in the comment section. She said she would not have gotten on here with him, that she was in the comment section heckling this man. Oh, my Lord of mercy. Oh, my Lord.
Healing through God. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not so much, I don't want to, me personally, there's so much more to this story. So much more from both sides. I've never been a fan of bringing people into, making this a group chat, a group dialogue, group marriage. With all due respect, this marriage, this family is a real life thing. It's not just online. There's two kids that want both of their parents in one home. I fess up to what I've done to her in every capacity. She already knows it. I know the things that she's done, but she didn't cause me to do anything. And I want to make that clear. But even as we're talking, we're not explaining ourselves. And that's not an egotistical thing. I really don't even want to set the wrong precedent coming on here and just explaining. But because of how this story has gone, I know God can get so much glory because, okay, so in years past, what she's talking about, and correct me when I'm wrong, if you do it again, this was back, like I'm talking about when, before we even got back together in 2016, you were talking about?
Yeah.
2016. So as we're even getting back together as boyfriend and girlfriend that year, she's let me know because the previous stint at a relationship, yes, it ended with not infidelity, I guess, with cheating. Ended with cheating. So that was 6 years ago, whenever it was, 6-7 years ago from now.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I made the decision to jump back in because I'm like, well, based on my intelligence now, my age now, how much I love you, this is never going to happen, right? I've done the work going to my dad and cutting that situation down to where it needed to be and healing that.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone to now going to a counselor, and basically all of these natural world things are fixing the situation. But it wasn't until I, not you, but I brought God in. And this was before the blow up. February 4th, 2020. We actually already had an argument, by the way. But February 4th, 2020, me saying, God, I can't do this without you. I can't, I'm clearly not winning. I'm over here, I'm tripping. I'm doing stuff outside of my values. I'm risking everything. And if we want to go to the business, but I'm risking my family. I'm clearly failing at being the man even I say I am and want to be. I can't do it without you. And it wasn't until I came into submission to God, like really saying, well, God, not my way, not my understanding, not my books, theories, videos, none of that. Mm-hmm. Lord, what is your standard of how to do this thing? That I really, from that point, was like set free. I say set free, but it's really set free for myself. Mm-hmm. I know the Bible talks about dying to yourself and things of that nature. And some people think this is new. I've been now saved a little over a year, but we're not going to go into that. And the reason why I wanted to get on here is because I know there's so much glory to God that can be given by anybody else. Maybe it's not infidelity. Maybe it is just having a sharp tongue. Maybe it is needing to heal. Whatever it is, man, personally experiencing that power and that grace over you before things blow up.
All right. I'm sorry. Hold on. I just need to just quickly rewind back a little bit just so that we can have the overlap because we have heard some of this part. And so let's just finish this off and then talk about this real quick. This is a lot.
And the reason why I wanted to get on here is because I know there's so much glory to God that can be given by anybody else. Maybe it's not infidelity. Maybe it is just having a sharp tongue. Maybe it is needing to heal. Whatever it is, man, personally experiencing that power and that grace over you before things blow up. Again, there's no, oh, she knows this, she knows that. Before, I think you had some idea of it beforehand, but before I know that she knows anything about anything, that's what I experienced. That finally brought all of this, oh, I want to do this right, I want to do that, into alignment with my actions. Mm-hmm. So it was later on that I came forward, I confessed, because I can't be repentant without being totally honest. But that's why I'm doing it, because it's important that for anybody, now my experience is, for anybody that's trying to turn that page, you smart, you know this, that, and the other, well, without God, without deliverance, without God, and I'm not saying that I was just strictly being dictated by something else. My decision is my decision, but without God, you're gonna fail. I failed anyway, without God.
Really?
So that's what I want to do. That's why I was like, man, this is a great idea. When you said, let's do the live.
Yeah.
She people
said,
don't have to agree.
They sound like they're trying to convince themselves. She said, let's do this
the
live.
The bloodthirsties are here. People don't have to agree. There's somebody out there.
Okay, so we've come back around full circle. Oh, Lord. This is a lot. I'm sorry, this is a lot. So, this is a lot. All right. How are you all feeling out there? I would turn on the phone lines, but this is a lot. This is 44 minutes of this mess. Oh, God. I just, I don't even know. What are your thoughts on all of this? I don't typically go live on Facebook, but we went live here today. I don't know. It's true. I don't know what is going on. Cheated on for 12 years. She said she had to give God all of the text messages. She had to give God all of the photos, all of everything. She says she left the mansion. Apparently, they live in a mansion, and she left the mansion to go back with her parents. And it took. Look, I believe in. I believe that people can change. I believe in creating change. If I didn't believe people could change, I wouldn't have become a certified clinical hypnotherapist. Listen, this is my book right here, the Book of Affirmation, Self-Love, which is available on my website. You can get the autographed copy. These are the most powerful affirmations that I said when I was living in my car. I know that we can change. I know that there is life after falling down. I know. Let me read the Cash Apps right now. My bad. Okay, thank you to everybody who sent Cash Apps. The Cash App is $TinyTKO. I'm going to read your messages right now. So we have Adi that sends $20 through. Thank you, Adi. I'm going to send you a heart. She says she's a supporter. Free as the wind. Okay. Then we have Rayon, Sadness in the Wife's Eyes. Love your content. She sends $10. Thank you. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Adi sent another 5. Sis KS got a song, Kiss the Ring, Pinky Ring. Lord have mercy. She sends through $5. These people all out here crazy. And then we have AMK says she forgives him because she's doing the same 12 years. Wait, what? She forgives him because she's doing the same 12 years. Lord have mercy. AMK sends $10. Thank you, AMK. And then Majorian says, let forgiveness win. Grace for those in pain. $15 from Majorian. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of the love and words and support and all of that. Listen, I hear you. I feel you. If you're watching this video after it's live, I want to hear and see your comments below. This is interesting. This is a sad situation. This is a sad situation. And you know what? It just begs to show us, if your spouse will not come into videos with you, and if you see somebody in the comments named Mrs. Jaxn attacking him, there could be good reason why that's going on and happening like that. Listen, knockouts, I don't know. I don't know. I know that I made fun of her bonnet and whatnot. I know this is a very serious situation. She seems like a very lovely young lady. She does seem like a young lady who may have had self-worth and self-love or esteem issues. And I am glad that she's on the other side of that. I don't know. It's like, if you tell somebody to stop cheating for 12 years and then it takes you having to leave, it's like, why couldn't they stop? Why did they even have to start? I guess she could have left a long time ago, but I guess she wasn't ready to give him up. This is probably the only man she's known. She said they have been dating on and off since they were 19. So we're talking about 12 years. So who did she really date before him? Who did he really date before her? This whole situation is a mess. I'm tired from all of this. 12 years of cheating. Time says she can do better for sure. Listen, there's 2 million less Black men than Black women in this country. A lot of Black women feel like they can't find somebody else. A lot of Black women feel like they have to put up with all of this nonsense. But look, you could do bad by yourself. You don't have to be out here, got you looking crazy, coming out with, Somebody, Cha-Cha says super exhausting. Absolutely. So Kahinat says maybe she did not want to dress up because it's not a happy occasion, and she also might not want to make him look good through her. Look, I feel you. Listen, and it speaks volumes that your wife got to come out looking like that. That your wife got to come out with a bonnet on, looking like the purple pie man. Remember, he had that purple bonnet on. I just, this is sad. Honestly, it's sad. And this, it's like it shows that your wife she's not rested in her feminine. She's not well watered and taken care of. I hear her saying the words, but coming out looking fantastic with a tremendous smile would show that she's taken care of. And for her to come out with a knitted bonnet on, or the raspberry beret and all of that, it just shows Derrick is not handling his business. This, above all else, just lets me know that there is, and people come out to me, listen, come and ask me again if I'm married. Come on, come forward and ask me if I'm married, because people always asking me, Tanya, you married? Tanya, you married? People don't even care whether or not the marriage is happy. It's like all they want is for you to be over there stressed out so that I could be coming out here with some damn bonnet on, camera down below, talking about, yeah, the fuck, using F words slipping out of my anointed mouth. No, come on now. I'm happy and I'm not giving up my singledom until I find a person who is right for me. Speaking of which, we are going to be doing the Love TKO show, which is supposed to launch April 4th, which is Easter. And I'm going to give you all the opportunity to compete against professional matchmakers to see if you can find the future of Mr. Knockout. So that is going to be coming up. We're going to be announcing that soon. And so I am going to be doing a live show where you all are going to be voting on who is the right man for me. I'm going to be doing some live speed dating and meeting some of the people that you all submit. And there's going to be a $5,000 cash prize at the end of the show for the matchmaker or the audience member who successfully gets me matched. So stay tuned for that. Look, what do you all think about that type of show? I think that is going to be amazing. Oh, my Lord. Southern says they have a question. What is the question? Ask it quickly before we jump off. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, so Free Spirit says that's amazing. I know that's right. Okay. Crystal says, what's going on with Shira? I don't know. I guess she's just having fun for her birthday. So listen, just go put some bottles up for her. Let her have fun for her birthday. Okay? Let the lady enjoy herself and live. Helen is saying, I will get you matched. Okay, wait till you see my criteria. Set your calendar, April 4th. Make sure you're on my mailing list. I need to get some. So we're setting up all of the stuff behind the scenes right now. Okay. Oh, we got $10 coming in from Pink Butterfly. Thank you very much, darling. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you all for the love and support. Thank you for buying my book. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for thumbing up the video. Thank you for sharing my page. And I will see you all in the next video. Make sure that you're on my mailing list. The link to the mailing list is below so that way you can know when this show, Love TKO, is coming out, and you all will be able to see and participate and compete against professional matchmakers for the $5,000 grand prize. So just get ready. Oh, look, Treese says, my question is, why is your head so crunchy? I don't know. Which part do you think is crunchy? I have gel on and mousse, so maybe that's why it's a little crunchy. I don't know, Mama. I don't know. Terry says, April 4th, I will be there. Natalie says, I'll get her matched. I'm good at this. Okay, well, you know what? I'm happy to see people are excited about it. All right, so listen. Listen, so Giselle is saying, what is your book called? The book is called The Book of Affirmation, Self-Love, and it is the most powerful affirmations that I used to assist me when my life was in tatters. I was living in my car. I didn't know what I was going to do. Things just kept getting worse and worse. And life brings you more of the same. And so I had to dig deep within myself and create a mindset shift. But how do you shift your mind when there's no evidence of this greatness around you? I had no evidence that I was going to get out of this situation. I had no evidence that it wasn't going to continue to get worse. And as you know from The Secret, you've got to create that shift. You got to be in that feeling, in that moment. And these are the affirmations that I said that shifted me out of living in my car into the amazing abundance that I have right now. Me and my crunchy head. Me and my crunchy head. Let me grab this last Cash App over here, and then we're going to jump off this broadcast. Cosina sends $10. Thank you, Cosina. I appreciate that. And Joya sends 20. Your energy is amazing. Happy Women's Month. Thank you. $20. Thank you. The Cash App is $Tanya TKO. You can send it even when I'm not on live, and I'll send you a heart back because it comes straight to my phone. So listen, thank you all so very much for coming out. What are your thoughts? Can a cheater change? With therapy, can a cheater change? Can a woman who once had low self-love shift into having abundant self-love? I personally believe that that is true. Read the reviews from my book. There are many people who created the shift. Oh, let me grab this next Cash App while we're still on. Vernon, hey Vern. Vern says $10, but he didn't send a message with it. Thank you, Vern. You can send, when you send your Cash Apps through, you can send a message because I don't get to see all of the comments. So if you have a message that you want to make sure I read before the broadcast is over or at all, then yes. Oh, here, let me get you. There's people in the comments trying to scam. So beware of those people. There are people going up and down trying to send messages to people. And it's just unbelievable. All right. Wait, hold on. Somebody said, Carrie said they can change if you cut off his blank. Oh my Lord. Sister Mama says, yes, you can change, but it's going to take years for her to process this. Yeah, it does take quite some time. It's a shame that it had to get to the point that she had to leave instead of him just taking the time to create the shift and the change without all of the drama and now all of this and dragging the whole family through this and all of that. Okay, let's see. Susan has sent $5 and says, love your POV. Thank you for that, Susie. Thank you. Listen, look, Yasmin says not 3 days. Ooh, I love that platinum colored hair. Is that natural? Wow, that's gorgeous on you. I love that. I wonder if I should go platinum. Like, how would I look with platinum with just straight white hair? How would that look? Let me see. Let's see. If my hair was just straight white. I don't know. I might look like a superhero. Not sure. That is beautiful. Oh, wow. They're live on Instagram right now. It's a media campaign. Well, you know what? Let's go pull up the IG. Since they on live, let's go see what they're saying over there. Whew, child. Let me see. Instagram.com/Derrick Jaxn. Let's see what's going on here. This is too much, I tell you. So they're going on a media tour promoting the book. And I guess, listen, the children got to have they good. Did this man block me? Really? Wow. Wow. Hold on. What? Hold on. I'm trying to pull up his page, but it's not showing the page. Hold on. Nah. Hold on. But listen, I got more than one Instagram page, so listen, I ain't scared. Let's go. Instagram.com, enter. Wow, I can't believe this. The tabs are not pulling up. What in the devil? Listen, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Let's go. All right, so here, let's look up Derrick, Jaxn. Give me 1 second. This is unbelievable. Sorry, give me 1 second. I got to go into my other account. Hold on. This is unreal. I can't believe this. Wow. Let me log into my other account. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me log into my other account. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's messed up. I ain't do nothing to nobody. I ain't do nothing to nobody. You know what? I don't think we're gonna be able to get it today. I don't think we're gonna be able to get it today. Man, that's messed up. Well, he cutting off. I guess. Well, you know what? Listen, I don't know. I ain't do nothing to that man. I don't think we're gonna be able to get it knockouts. I don't think we're gonna be able to get it. You know what? Let's try from the phone. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Not from the phone. You gotta get it all down. All right, let's go. All right, let's see. All right.
There is a resurrection power, and that resurrection power from where we were, and this marriage being completely dead in the ground, is a complete miracle, and only God could do that.
Well, that part, very true, right? Very true. Now, I know me as somebody who, before a year and some change ago, before February 4th, 2020, you start mentioning God whenever you in hot water. My first thought is, oh, you trying to use God as a scapegoat. You want God as a get out of consequences free card. Again, I have not looked at the comments, but I'm almost sure somebody has said something like, don't bring God into it. Let me say this. It wasn't until I humbled myself, me and all my knowledge, me and all my accolades, success, respect, etc., until I humbled it and I submitted it to God, that I finally felt like, okay, I'm not just in a good place this time. I'm not just on a roll. Like I really have freedom from certain things. And let me be very clear, even with freedom from certain things, before freedom, after freedom, everybody has a choice. In any one of those decisions I've ever made, nobody put a gun to my head. Nobody made me. I was not possessed to do it, by the devil. It was Derrick Jaxn. Being prideful, being egotistical, really having to still deal with some things and submit those to God. That was Derrick's conscientious actions. Okay, so God will change you and change your marriage. For the most part, He works through us, not for us.
I'm sorry, I had to switch to the other phone. It was about
Derrick. Let's be real with, like, the same way you tell such and such to be real with themselves, be real with yourself. You doing it by your own intelligence, your own will, your own intentions. That ain't cutting it. Ain't been cutting it, still ain't cutting it. Still ain't cutting it. And before things blew up, I went to God, myself, in my truck, and I said, Lord, this was my moment. I said, God, I can't do this without you. I'm not looking for sympathy from nobody, but this is my testimony. This is a part of my testimony because right now the story is Derrick and these women, right? But the truth is Derrick was suffering from so much more than just this. This was one of the things God gave me freedom from with my co-laboring, with better decision-making, being less prideful, not living in secrecy, being transparent and being accountable to somebody. Derrick had to make decisions. I had to make decisions. with God. I had to let God in, but I have to do. God is not going to change. He's not going to take away your free will. You have to do. So I wanted to clear that up for anybody that's hearing God talk and God this. We're all accountable. I'm accountable for my actions. We got on here because with all of this stuff, with all of this fiasco, with all this attention, I know you were recommending it, but the whole situation is like an opportunity to give glory to God because we've tried this. And back in 2016, when we first got back together, that was our own will and might. That was our own intentions at play. Without giving it to God, and before we gave it to God, it wasn't right. Now, there's things on your end that wasn't right. I don't want to put attention on that. I'm saying
so
that
why bring it up?
We're not going to go into details and all that kind of stuff. Marriage stuff shouldn't be handled so publicly, I don't think. But on both ends, there was a transformation for God to come in and not only restore us, but really make us ready for this covenant, I think anyway. So this whole live chat or whatever, this hopefully is an opportunity to speak to somebody else, man, who is experiencing consequences quietly. You're not famous, but you're experiencing consequences, a fallout. Maybe you have a sharp tongue, attitude. Maybe you just been on some other stuff, again? Right? Try God. That's the big gist of it. Try God. Even in the middle of everybody, it's the bandwagon right now, right? F Derrick, screw Derrick, cool. I've been to took myself out of this platform. That's why I don't say Team Jaxn was having it. It's not about Derrick anymore. Try God. Things ain't going right. You and your husband or you and your wife not connecting. Try God. You not healed from trust issues. Try God. If you guys been hearing me go so hard about heal together without hurting each other, that's a biblical-based guideline for me and her to get to this point, which is miraculous.
It's a miracle.
Natasha, I'm gonna put you in timeout.
Dead, finished, done. I would not even allow him to touch me, to come near me. I was barely talking to him. So the fact that we're able to sit here now.
I saw a question.
Yeah.
And I like that question from Shade Room. Perfectly justifiable question. Why did you feel the need to call out John Gray when you were doing the same? Is there an explanation? All right, so I do want to answer that. That's
remember that.
Question. When I called out John Gray, let me be very clear. Anything that I did, calling anybody out, especially if I aimed it at the person and not the actions, the person, and not condemning just what was done to hurt somebody else, anything that I did was out of alignment. It was prideful. It was egotistical. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I've taken that video down off my YouTube, and I did that last year when I first got
Don't worry, I still got it up on mine, son.
I don't want to make a separation because ultimately we're not different from each other. My sin is not greater than his, any of that stuff. When I called out John Gray, the first video was he's saying this as if it's a good thing. There's nothing good about what I'm doing. He was saying my wife is a covering for me. She gave birth to me, and it was almost to enable or something like that. There's nothing good about me having my wife come up here for the first time on a video
in a bonnet
because my past is caught up to me.
Oh,
like the things I did last year and
my bad
have blown up.
My bad.
So my whole message in that video was, okay, you did your dirt, you did what you did, but don't glorify it. Don't in any way encourage anybody else, glamorize it as this is just a part of whatever. If it's dirt there, skeletons in your closet, you make the best of it or whatever you got to do to learn from it because we're all human. And I actually said that part, and I may actually need to go ahead and unarchive it or whatever. I actually said that part, man, we all got a past. Past ain't pretty. But don't make this like this is something to do. Okay, so that was I don't know which video you're talking about, by the way, because the second video was him and his wife. And then I still was like, look, I don't want no issues, man. Da-da-da-da. Then the third one, there was a third video, John Gray. And he was going at the church talking about this strange woman. No. His wife was saying, this strange woman, I put holy water on this strange woman. I personally felt like that was manipulation. I personally felt like putting everything on the women and not on John Gray was manipulation to a church and playing organs and stuff like that. Again, from a place of pride, it's so easy to call out somebody else whenever you got your own situation. I'm not sure I was having sex with other women at that time, by the way. I have not been having sex the entire marriage. I've had at least some connection with somebody I've had sex with the entire marriage. Just not much of a difference, but let me be very clear. What John Gray was stepping out doing this, I wasn't doing that at that time. Nevertheless, I've done it before, and I have no place to sit there and judge the person. So if I did that, that was wrong. That was out of alignment. That was clown behavior, egotistical. But yeah, that's for Shade Room. I think that was a great question. Let me see. So I don't know if that explained it. There's no justification when I say explain it, by the way.
None.
You look uncomfortable. What is your current...
What am I uncomfortable?
They stay trying to diagnose you as like my cat.
First of all, you guys don't know me. I'm not uncomfortable. Like, this is how I am. You're going to like it or you're not.
She looked very comfortable to me. How much more comfortable does she need to be? Does she need to have on flannel PJs to match the bonnet?
Have something negative to say. Somebody is always going to have something negative to say. So I am not going to invest in that because I don't live by your expectations, by what you think and how you think I should react, where I should be right now, because I have the source of my strength and it's not you. Okay. So
I know, like, I'm just, and I know you, I feel you. I know
she rah-rah, huh?
I just want to slow you down a little bit.
Oh, this is a wonderful way for you to come out to the people, young lady.
And I have a responsibility, Shade Room and everybody else. I have a responsibility to bring those videos that I've done in proper context now. And I had to figure out how I'm going to do that. But I have a responsibility. I've come from such a place of I can do no wrong. And I don't know. I know I've never said that. And I know I said I'm imperfect, but there's still implications, you know, and I probably have benefited from it. So I have a responsibility to deal with that. I don't get to just, you know, oh, it's your perception. I take that on. So Shade Room and everybody else on that topic, I take that very seriously. And we're so new into it. For those who have been paying attention the last 6-7 months, maybe even 8 months now, if you look at my content, you'll see it's a lot more positive. So what I did when I said, God, this is your platform now, this ain't mine. I'm not expecting no blow up. I'm, caught up by the public. God, this is your platform. There's been a lot more depictions. If you look at my content, a lot more depictions of positive aspects, positive male attributes. Even if I gotta talk on something negative, I'm highlighting that a man can absolutely change if he's willing to do the right thing. And this is a woman as well, but in the places that I've always, whether borderline bashed or straight up bashed, condemned the man, judged the man. If you have looked at the last 7 to 8 months of content, you'll see a shift. And that was on purpose. You'll see me saying Team Jaxn was having less because I'm like, God, I don't want no more glorification. I've had enough. I don't like that. I mean, pride is what got me into my situation.
That's what we're calling it? That's the new name for...
I'm not a big fan. I really don't like explaining anything, but you can't minister from this place without something personal.
Minister?
Says that we overcome by the blood and the power of our testimony. So this is a testimony of a resurrection of something that was dead. So again, I say it's not going to be for everybody. Everybody's not going to believe it. Some people will always have something to say, but we are not here and we don't live by what everybody else is saying and criticizing. So
there's some people criticizing, but I've seen a lot of positives as well.
I've seen a lot of positives as well. So I'm not saying that there's none, but
they fighting on the broadcast.
Going to have something to say. I'm not going to look good enough. I'm not always going to be uncomfortable enough, or whatever. But I don't live by that. Yeah, I don't operate by that. I don't lose sleep over it.
Apparently not.
So,
what would you say to those who have found inspiration in?
Thank you,
Derrick, this whole thing blowing up. And then seeing that, where Derrick and Daenerys are actually at in real time is miles away from where they were. Whenever all of this really blew up on a personal level and nobody knew anything about it. What would you say to those couples? I think there's a lot of couples out there, and maybe even individuals who are suffering from something like that. And they need to hear it from experience. Now we in real time, but they need to hear from the horse's mouth. What you would give them in this moment about that.
So I would say this, be encouraged. Be encouraged, and not because every situation is going to end up how ours is, right? So there is absolutely a time where there needs to be some kind of separation so you can heal, so that other person can heal. And sometimes that means that you will not get back together. Sometimes it means that relationship is just not good for you, but you get your healing. In our case, this marriage was ordained by God, and we were able to separate and get our individual healing and the things that we needed separate from each other, not contingent on what you're doing or what I'm doing or any of these things. We were completely severed from communication, from being even in the same state. So be encouraged that something that looks dead to you, to the world, can actually be resurrected, right?
Let's stay with that for a second.
Resurrected.
When I was like, oh, I was separated in 2020.
Listen, I packed up the kids. If we had a dog, I would have packed up the dog. You know, if we had whatever else I could.
You filed for divorce.
I did file for divorce. I packed up some of your stuff too that I could sell. Okay, so I left.
Well, and it's such a serious thing. We're only laughing about it now because it's already been a lot of tears shed. And the biggest thing for me is that I know coming up, if I saw a relationship that ever hit this kind of thing, and I say a relationship, let's be very clear. This ain't just the relationship problem. This is Derrick did something in this regard. There's other issues that we had, and we're going to keep that, whenever we're ready to disclose that, we can disclose that as far as what you did or whatever. Right now, we're going to stick with Derrick's. I've never seen a relationship hit this and then fully not only bounce back, but be better. I've never seen that. Everything that I've seen is walk away, find somebody else new. Walk away, and that's no marriage.
He can never change. She can never change. It's always this and that. But again, if you have that mindset, then you don't know the resurrection power and the healing power of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he says, what is too hard for me? So you think that got as bad as it did, in the state that it was in, where it was completely dead, severed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was not coming back. If we tried to resurrect it in our own might, it would not have. But if you don't believe in that resurrection power, of course you would say, this can't be fixed. He'll never change. She'll never change. This and this and that. But if you know, again, and I'll say it again, let those who have an ear, let them hear. And for everybody else, we'll continue to pray that you have the veil unlifted from your eyes, that this type of thing can happen with God. So
that's it. I think we've done plenty, dialogue, and I wanted to get to a couple of questions. I've said this before, actually, and this is one of the things I've said that I do stand by, man. Anything that happens in your marriage, to have the best shot at dealing with it. And I'm not just talking about if you step out of your marriage, keep it a secret. But literally anything that happens negative or needs some work, needs some counsel, you got to be intentional about it. And I don't think it's very intentional to bring people into every aspect of our marriage.
But they'll always have something to say. It'll never be good enough to their standard.
But there's some people that have hit me up super inspired, and it's crazy. Like how
this woman, this man,
my perceptions fall really inspire somebody. But there's people already who have hit me up saying like they're super inspired because of knowing that like this is real. This wasn't just something I put in a book for a plot twist. In recent time, this is real. If you read the book Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other, you've already seen me talk about this. And I think that's just the beginning. So I needed to shed that skin of perfection in people's eyes. I needed to shed it. I hated it had it happen this way. I do not feel good about it. I don't think this is good for anybody. But there needed to be a shedding of the skin that Derrick Jaxn can do no wrong because of how fervently he believes and how well he's articulate. That needed to go. Because now what we need to be able to do is, one, give God glory.
Yes.
But two, speak to those who need that restoration that we receive. That was
who want you this marriage to counsel them?
It can happen, and it's not going to happen with any therapist or any one person or even yourself. You have to invite the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in it. You have to cast all of the things, the hurt, the torment, all of it onto him. And it's a process. This is not something that happens overnight. It is not something that happens in a month or two. I mean, this is almost a whole year at this rate process. Yeah. In a lot of aspects, and coming up on a year in other aspects. Mm-hmm. So this is something that takes time. It's a journey, but it's with inviting the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit in it, because by his stripes we are healed.
Absolutely. Oh my Lord. Please end this broadcast.
Listen, this is they don't know me. So
exactly, and this is
I'm not snapping. I'm just telling you the truth. You want to know who I am and all these things.
Girl, this ain't the way.
I'm not going to to fake anything. I know.
But they don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, they're getting to know. So now you know. Hello.
Well, see, okay, I'm going to say this, and then you can absolutely cut me off and disagree. She's not used to, so I didn't seen so much said about me. I guess it just don't really phase me the same. It bounced off of me. The thing that I'm invested in, though, is people's encouragement to make it through their situation. Take Derrick out of it. Take Derrick out of it now. I want people to look at whether the content, I'm going to keep making content.
Of
and
course.
flood it with whatever they want to flood it with. Take Derrick out of it, though, and just gain from it something that you can use in your life. I have no doubt that's why I've been put on this earth, is to be that guidance, give that guidance for some people, but it ain't supposed to be about Derrick, and for too long it has been. Now, I'm used to seeing people talk. I've had false rumors said about me.
Do you not know that they had my picture in a blog and they were talking about how fat I was? I mean, this was 2000, this before marriage. So their comments and their opinions don't matter to me.
So then why are you getting upset, hun?
I don't care.
Okay.
Their opinions and their comments don't matter. They're going to continue to talk. They're going to continue to pattern and all these things, and that's fine.
But some of them are showing love, though.
I know a lot of you are showing love, and I appreciate that. And thank you so much for your encouragement. And then some of you are not, and that's fine. And I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's what she on some pull up and holler at me type of, you know what I'm saying? But we're laughing and joking, and we're making some light of this, man, because we've already been through that storm of trying to get to this point. We've already been through that, man. So I know right now people are still shocked and pissed, and y'all have every right to be. Let me just be 100 with y'all. Y'all have every right to be. There's no excuse for Derrick. And some of y'all, man, really been sending videos to your man, been using them to work through stuff, the books and stuff like that. And then here comes Derrick throwing a question mark and all of that. I don't take that lightly. I really don't. But the biggest storm I had was on a personal level, and getting after that, being in God's grace now, I don't know, every day just kind of feels like a holiday. It ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. She ain't perfect. We're still working through our spiritual counsel. So we're not going to talk about everything here. Really want to do a follow-up. People really think that, you my little puppet doormat, and I think they got the idea that that's not the case.
No, absolutely not. They don't know about me.
But
okay.
We know enough
other stuff too. We
now at this point.
I had 3 deaths in 2.5 weeks. We've been traveling. We are a little tired, but we got to do what we got to do, man. And that's
this is exhausting.
Even through our deaths, even through our pain. So, any last thoughts?
Yes, please give last thoughts and get the heck out.
I just say thank you to everybody who is supporting or encouraged. And again, I just say, guys, this type of thing can happen. So be encouraged. I'm good. I'm not stressed out. I'm not heartbroken or any of these things. I'm healed. So I just give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's it. What?
Yo, you went straight up juice on them, man.
Listen, it is what it is. Everybody's going to have
love y'all. Appreciate everybody who's still supporting us.
He's trying to save her, and she does not even realize it.
And like I said in the video, it's still nothing but love. If I was at a place before I learned the extent of grace and the importance of grace, I absolutely was on the same type of time. Cancel him. He did this, he could cancel him. But thank God for his grace. And as a recipient of that grace, now I look forward to, y'all have already seen over the last couple of months, but seeing that grace play out through my platform for whoever decides to stay. So I'm rocking with y'all. I hope that you continue to rock with me. Much love. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here now, though. I think we talked enough.
I don't even know how to end this.
I think it's at the top. I think it's that exit.
I understand. Listen, these people are going to drive me to freaking drinking on a damn Monday. Lord have mercy. These people, this was exhausting. God, this was exhausting. This was exhausting. My God. Let me read these cash apps. So hopefully some loving words will come in. Zynisha sends $5 and says, love you, Queen. Thank you, Zynisha. Oh, Vernon sent another $5. Kid support, wife alimony. would have stop life's you, and then it cut you off. For kid support, wife alimony would have stop lives. This is unbelievable. Oh, maybe he's trying to say that he sends $5 through. Maybe he's trying to say that Derrick didn't want to have to pay alimony, wife support, child support, all this other stuff. This was. I have a headache after watching this. What are your thoughts, everyone? This was. Oh my God. This is too much. They got you stressed, mommy. Don't let them stress you. Child, tell me you ain't stressed from watching that. Hey, Catrice says, go have a drink, sis, and sends $15 through. Child, you know what? I think I might have to go have a drink after this and just unwind after this, because this was a lot. This was a lot. This was a lot. Doreen, they do not need a red table talk. They need to take this somewhere. I don't know what this is, but you know what? People are going to love it, because now they're talking about ministering and stuff like that. This was too much. 12 years. And they had a movie, a famous movie out there with the 12 years in it. You know the movie, because this don't make no sense. 12 years means she was the breadwinner until his fake A career of his, which she funded, popped off. So her coming back is protecting her investment. Well, we don't know what he was doing beforehand. We don't know if she was carrying him, and that's why maybe she is a chef, and that really is her chef hat she was wearing. Who knows? Who knows? This was, I'm really thinking about going to go drink, because this was a lot, and he was talking about drinking and smoking too. The thing is, he was trying to save her, and she didn't even realize that he was trying to save her. This is her first introduction to the world, and she coming out, I don't care about you. Oh, let me roll up. This, and the other. He's like, you came out straight juice on them, holding her by the neck. You came out straight juice on them. You remember the movie Juice with Tupac in it, and Tupac was acting crazy, trying to kill everybody. It was just that right there. Look, Pillin said, I need a drink too. This is a lot. This is a lot. Oh, is Cynthia G in the house? Ugh. My goodness, this is a lot. This is a lot, honestly. So, the thing is, this was not it. They fighting on the live. This was not the way to introduce your life. Your wife, oh goodness, your life and your wife. This was not the way to introduce your wife to the world, with her looking forlorn and whatever was going on. This is not the way, Derrick. It shows a lot about how things are going in your household, my mans, from the way that your wife had to come out with some knitted bonnet on. It shows a lot. Amira sends $5 for love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mejian says she better not let Derrick put her on another live. You know what? She says she's going to sends $5. Thank you. She says she's going to be doing a lot more of these. You saw at the end, she was like, I don't even know how to end this, which means now she's controlling the broadcast. Meredith sends $25 and says, thank you for your transparency. Much love. Thank you, Meredith. We appreciate that. Whew, my goodness, this was a lot. Thank you all for the cash apps and the words. That was a lot. That was really a lot. And listen, I believe in couples coming forward and working through stuff. I believe in working through and doing the work. Did they look like a unified front to you? They did not seem unified to me. They seemed disjointed. They was arguing on the live. She's arguing with the people. She talking about how she don't care. He trying to stop her and trying to get her to focus on the people saying all the wonderful stuff. It's just, and the worst part about it is, somebody said that they look unified. Leander says they look unified. Your point of view, child, the way they look to me, they did not look unified at all. Not at all. That there was tension in the air. She was on a whole other wavelength. He trying to stop her from going off on the people, right? It's crazy. Listen, if you see somebody like this who's saying, congratulations, you've won something, these people are scamming. If you see a Tanya TKO page sending you some message saying you won something and you need to do this, that, and the other, it's a scam. I don't send people messages, and I don't give out no prizes in inbox. Ivana says a mess. Derrick just went live on Instagram and his wife went off on a comment. Derrick ended the live immediately. No, we were just on there. That's not a depiction of how it went. We were just broadcasting that. Unless it was another one that came forward. Abdul sends $5. Thank you, Abdul. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you. This is something else. Oh. Raf says, did he go live again? Because, I couldn't get the live from the computer. I had to go into a different account and all this other stuff. Oh, my goodness. Let me see if he's live again. Nope, not live. He has 1.3 million Instagram followers. So in some ways, he is famous. How interesting. I didn't know that because, I don't follow the dude. Ray sends $13 supporting a fine sister. Thank you, Ray, for the $13. I appreciate that. And Trudy sends $5. You didn't send a message with your thing, Trudy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm stunned. Silly is saying you can tell she's tired. She says she wasn't tired. She says she was just fine. and someone's saying, no, not again. No, I couldn't take much more of it either. Bianca says, make a backup account in case Tanya. Listen, I'm not creating any more accounts because of him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh. It's just, but you know what? After you put in 12 years with a person from 19 to 31 and you got children with them and they saying they want to work it out, do you really walk away or do you really try to work it out? You know what I mean? Because there is life after cheating. And so I just missed this comment here. Dawn says, should have paid a publicist to help them with how to address this. Absolutely. Absolutely. They should have hired a publicist. If they live in a mansion, he got 1.3 million followers on Twitter, a few million on Facebook, should have hired a publicist to assist with this. Zakia sends $11 through Cash App. Thank you, Zakia. You didn't send a message with it. When you all send your Cash Apps through, put a little message. It asks you what it's for. Just put a little message there so I can read your message. All right. The Cash App is $Tanya TKO. And the link for it is below. My Cash App is a verified Cash App, so you make sure that you're sending it to the right place. Trinity is saying she should have did her hair and put on some clothes. That whole thing was just very confusing. He repeatedly cheated, she said. They both said it. Somebody said narcs never change. Listen, Adrian said, thank you for sharing your beautiful energy. I'm sending you a heart. And she sends $11 through. Thank you so much, Adrienne. I appreciate that. This whole thing, he actually never apologized to her. It was all about him and his side of the story. Yeah, you know what? Maybe all of the apologies happened off screen. A publicist probably can't even help, Lord have mercy. A publicist, makeup artist, hairdresser, stylist, something. You introducing your wife to the world for the first time and she coming on with a knitted bonnet? And I'm not cracking jokes on her at all. Oh, Ray sent another $13 that says supporting a fine sister one more time. Hey, baby. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have to go drink after all. because I was really stressed out. You all have brightened my days with all the cash apps and the lovely messages. So I appreciate that. Please don't post links and try to publicize stuff on my Facebook page or my YouTube, please. Lord have mercy. Anna is saying, what husband will let his wife be out here on the interwebs like this? You know what? But the thing is, she wanted to come out like that. She probably did that to spite him. Didn't you hear the woman say that she'd be in the comments attacking him with people? That she was in the comments trolling his page? Michelle H sends $20 and says, be the best at what you do. Thank you for the $20. Thank you. Oh, wow. You all are blessing me up tonight. Love Lena says, you look beautiful, love. And he was laughing at her. Child, that was a mess, wasn't it? Thank you for the $5. That was a whole mess that we just saw. That whole thing was a mess. I don't even know what was going on. Like, they really should have hired a publicist. If you got money like that, if you're making millions or even hundreds of thousands, hire a publicist. If your wife don't know how to do her own makeup, you're right. A makeup artist, somebody to put on some nice clothes and come out and address the people. But to have that be her first introduction, well, I guess it can only go up from here. But I am turned off by them. I'm turned off by them. I was neutral on it before. After seeing all of these lives, I'm turned off. So now they're going to come out proselytizing, preaching, and ministering to people. This is unbelievable. No degree in theology, no theological studies, just I gave my life over after you left me after 12 years of cheating, and now I'm going to talk to you about God. No, go to theological school. This is what I'm saying. These people with no qualifications to talk about what it is that they're talking about. Nobody went to seminary school. Nobody went to theological school. Nothing. They just decided one day after 12 years of cheating, now I can talk to you about the Bible. This is too much. 12 years of cheat. Candy got jokes. Listen. Look. Liv is saying, Tanya, you want a pillow? You tired? Child, I am. After all of that, I am going to go rest myself. I've probably done about 5 hours worth of videos today. Think about it. Because we did 2 hours first thing in the morning watching his video, and then I did the call-in show. We just did another hour and a half over here, and I did half an hour talking about Kevin Samuels empowering unemployed men. I got to get that video up on Facebook. Oh, Yasmin N sends $25, says, love the show. Thank you, Yasmin. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So listen, you can continue to send your comments, send your cash apps through. I'll send you a little heart or something back when I get it. Even if I'm not live, I still get them. So thank you very much. I will see you all in the next video because I am tired. I am. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? Oh my God. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is, what's the self-love message in this? I'm at a loss right now. You all tell me what the self-love lesson for us in this is. I'll post up your comments. What is the self-love lesson in this? Love yourself, what? But what's the self-love lesson? Eliana is saying qualifications don't equal wisdom or guarantee good counsel. No, but both of them are a better bet. Both of them together are a better bet. Because you all are listening to people teach you about the Bible who have not learned the Bible. We don't require for our preachers and pastors to have gone to seminary school. And this is problematic. So, no. Okay, so here, let's look at some of the self-love. Let's see. I'm sorry. Know your worth. Okay. Bring it home. Stay single. That's the self-love lesson. Self-love lesson. Let it go. Light it maybe. Don't marry F-boys. You are enough. Okay. Go to Bible school. My goddess, come as you are. Okay. Go to therapy when you need it. Men be cheating. Love yourself enough to leave. Okay. Be real. Love is going very quickly. Oh, wow. This is going so fast. Love yourself enough to walk away. Okay. All right. There's a lot coming in. Okay. There's so many coming in because the broadcast went up to 3,000 people, which is the most I've ever had on a live broadcast. Now it's even at 2,000. So go ahead and get those thumbs up, share the page so that you know, like the page, follow the page so that you know where to find it again. In case you just happen to come to it because someone shared it, make sure that you like it so that you know where to come back to. And let's see if there's one last Cash App for the evening before we jump out of here. Oh, Ray has sent another one, another $13 saying, this is to ensure you don't drink. You are too fine. Okay. Thank you. I will not go drinking tonight. Another $13. Thank you, Ray. I will not go drinking. I will not. Thank you. Oh, wait. Mestizos Z sends $5 and says, good show. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And Zakia says, just discovered you today, new subscriber. I'm sending your heart back. Thank you, Zakia. Thank you. Thank you. For those of you who are new here, you probably don't know that I have a book of affirmation, self-love. And this book helps you rewrite your subconscious programming. It changes your whole mind, your mental makeup, your life. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. This is why I say the qualifications do matter, because I am qualified to walk you through the hypnotherapeutic journey. I am qualified. I am certified. So I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I wrote the affirmations of this book to be able to help you rewrite your subconscious programming. There is a link to the book on Amazon below, but Amazon is sold out at the moment. You can find it on my website. If you go to tanyatko.com and just click on shop, you can see it right there. People are buying their books as we speak. And if you read the reviews on Amazon, read the reviews on my website, you know that this really works. There's a Forgive MP3, a hypnotherapeutic journey that is changing people's lives on my website. So make sure that you get your Forgive MP3. Make sure that you get your book of affirmations. And we're going to read the last Cash App for the night. Oh, Shanitra is on. Thank you for coming back on. She sends $20. Thank you, my dear. You are such a tremendous supporter. I love you all so much. Latricia sends $25 and says, love your program. Thank you, Latricia. And Nicole says $10. Great show. Thank you. And she has the heart floating around the face emoji. She sends $10. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Ray sends another $13 and says, for making one hell of an impression on me. I see. Well, you've made an impression on me too, Ray. Thank you. Oops, sorry, that didn't show up. Here it is. There it is. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you all so very, very much. You all are amazing. I love my knockouts. Make sure that you're subscribed so you know how to find me again. And if I'm no longer live when you see this message, just leave your comments below about what you think about this whole entire boondoggle. This was a lot to take in. And I am turned off by this family. You all know that I went hard on the Grays. The year before last, I went hard on John Gray and that whole just brouhaha of a situation over there. And now that I have gotten a whiff of this new family coming up, oh, listen, listen, we'll see. Because I don't like some of what it is that I've seen tonight. And I do speak on some of the things that I take issue with. So yes, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. All right. So I will see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is being able to keep your eyes wide open to the BS. Listen, I'm going to tell you this, and I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me very good. Hear me very well, right? I don't know whether or not Derrick is lying about whether or not he slept with that young lady and all of that other stuff. I don't know. However, If you have a person in your life where there's a lot of unanswered questions that just seem to keep floating around a person and you don't feel as if you can trust them, cut them out. You don't have to be sure. Like there's some people who fight real hard to catch a person in the act. You don't have to be sure. If somebody is disturbing your peace and your intuition is all up in a flutter and you have made sure that you have done the internal work to know that you're not super paranoid or self-conscious and you've done your work on the inside, and there's a person who's disturbing your peace with all types of red flags and things that just keep popping up, unanswered questions, and you're not trusting it, leave the situation. You don't have to have the smoking gun. All you have to do is just have a disturbance of peace in your life. Go find your peace. That's the self-love lesson in this. Find your peace. Find your peace. And this right here is a tremendous example. So whenever anybody comes out to you, single woman, and they're like, yeah, but are you married? Oh, look, his wife is married. His wife is married and she spent 12 years a cheat over there. Derrick, 12 years a cheat. Jaxn, who got women coming out embarrassing his family on the internet. Images of inside of his house with the wife wigs looking down at her as she's busting it out on his bed. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.